like it. I like that it's still like, it still drips down. It still like looks like my nose and it still fits me, and it's not like an exaggerated nose job where it's like you can tell right away I got a nose job. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassandra if you are new, and today I have my beautiful sister.
Hi
Angie,
guys.
Angelica, what do you want to go by?
Angelica, don't call me Angie.
Okay, this is Angelica. Today I decided, instead of doing a boring stare at me all the time Q&A, that I'd have my sister do my makeup for me, because she's like a pro. Supposedly. She was trying to be an MUA, but you know.
I like to think I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But no, she's really good. She's really good. So I want to kind of see what she's gonna do today.
My questions are all over the place, but let's start with the first one.
Where did you go?
So
I went with Dr. William Lewis Apostolakis. He's over here in Austin, like in the Westlake Hills area, where all the fancy, pretty wealthy people live out here in Austin. I know there's a question in reference to that. Why did you choose the surgeon that you did? I chose him. I had like 4 consultations, and I chose him because of the way he was. Well, like my
Did
first,
he, like, make you feel more comfortable, or?
yeah. So I went to my first consultation in San Antonio, and this guy was like super cocky. Like, I went in with my little list of questions because I had done my little research, and he was just like, I do 250 nose jobs a year, like, here's my book.
Here, give it to me. I don't know this stuff.
Here's my book. I don't know. He was just like really cocky. He's from Monterrey, and if you know how people from Monterrey are supposed to be, you know, like all codos y sangroncillos. If you're from Monterrey, sorry, it's just what they say. But he was like that. He was really like full of himself almost. And then he was like, if you're breastfeeding, I can't do your surgery until you're completely done. And then I'm like, okay. Well, I'll just have to wait because I plan on breastfeeding my baby until he was 2. I mean, and I know in a sense, like, he's right? Because I was going to be on drugs and everything. But I don't know. I just didn't like the way he told me. So that was the first consultation. That consultation was $100. My second consultation was with the doctor that I went to. I went with my mom. We sat down in his office. Oh, wait, hold on. Before, I didn't like the other one either because he was just like, here's my book. Do you have any questions? And that's it. Like, I was there for maybe 20 minutes and it was $100. And then this guy, his consultation for any procedure that you get done there, it was $50, which was the cheapest or most affordable one from all the places I set up consultations at. Though there was one in Houston, they charged $225 for an hour consultation. And then there was another one in Austin, they charged like $200 for a consultation. But the doctor that I chose, like, I sat down, I got greeted really well by the girl at the reception. Her name is like, I think it's like Marilu or something like that. She's so sweet. But anyways, I chose him because as soon as I sat down, he was like, hi, he introduced himself. He's kind of very like, he's just like kind of like reserved, which you would think like, oh no, maybe like, you know, but he was like, hi, you know, my name is Dr. Lewis Apostolakis. Like, what are you looking to get done? And then I was like, I want my nose job. I want this big ass hump off of it. And then he's like, okay, well, so for a rhinoplasty. And then he got his books out and he walked me through the whole thing. The whole thing. Like, I didn't even have any questions after. I was like, okay. And then, like, the surgery would be at his own facility. Like, he owns his own surgical place. So that was gonna save me money. And I wouldn't have to drive far, and I don't know, he just explained everything to where I felt like so comfortable, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna think about it. I told him I'm gonna think about it, but I knew in my heart that that's kind of like who I was gonna lean towards, because I really didn't want to drive all the way to Houston and then have to recover and then drive back for my like splint removal or whatever. But yeah, that's why I picked him, because I just felt comfortable. I didn't feel the need to ask any questions. It was going to be more affordable, and he was local, and he had good reviews on Google. Oh, and a big part of it was because the nurse that was my nurse there, she had gotten her nose job there with him, and I liked how it looked like. So yeah, that's honestly kind of like what really like pushed me towards it, because I was like, oh well, at least I know one person, you know, I've seen the results of one person and it looked great on her. And then she was telling me that he's done a lot of her friends' noses, or he even told me, he's like, I've done a lot of people at my church's noses, you know, it's just not, you know, I do this. He's all like, I do this. I asked him, how many nose jobs do you do a year? He said like about 50. But he specializes in facial and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's why I picked him. Let me see.
Read another question. That was a long answer.
Yeah, I think you should. Cálmate, wait.
Gosh. Oh, why now? What made you decide to do it? Did you like the results? Be honest. Why now? One, because my dad offered to pay for it. He offered to pay for it about 2 years ago, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it no more, Dad. Like, I've accepted who I am. Like, I love myself and everything. But then, like, one night I was watching like Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, and then Jenny 69, and she had this plastic surgery video, and then like a rhinoplasty surgery came up, and I was like, So I clicked it, and then like I was nonstop. I watched like rhinoplasty recovery videos for 3 hours or something like that night, and I was like, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a really big elective surgery, but I'm like, it doesn't look too horrible. And I texted my best friend, and I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna get a nose job. She said, do it, bitch. And then I'm like, you're right. And then I texted my dad, and I was like, pa, creo que sí voy a agarrar sí me quiero operar la nariz. Or like, I think I am gonna get this nose job. I think it'd make me happier. Not that I wasn't happy, but it'd make me happier. And he's all like, okay. He's like, schedule the consultation. Like, let's do it. And I'm like, okay. So thankfully, I was able to get it done and not have to worry about paying for it. And yeah, so shout out to my dad. Daddy, I love you. Thank you for making me happier.
Where's my nose job? Just kidding.
Shut up. No, my parents, and I know if my mom could, she'd pay for it, but like my parents, like I've been asking for this since,
wasn't it supposed to be like a graduation gift at some point?
yeah, like since I was little, since I was 12. And then they were like, okay, when you're 16, we'll take you to Mexico. And I'm like, okay, but like it didn't come up.
Wait, hold on, I think I fucked up. Okay, I know where I fucked up.
Okay,
well, read the next question.
How much did it cost, or did they offer a payment plan? With him, they didn't offer payment plans, but they accepted a care credit, And if you get accepted for care credit, then you could get financed through them. But the total cost was $7,900, so almost $8,000. Consultation was $50, but they would apply your consultation to your full amount if you got the surgery with them. What they did, so I went on to my consultation, I think November 2nd or something like that, November 3rd, November 2nd. And then I scheduled my surgery for November 26th. They had an opening and I was like, I'm just going to do it. Well, I told them I was going to think about it, and then I called the next day. I'm like, I'm going to do it. But when I scheduled my appointment, they asked me for 10% of the full payment. So I had to pay 10% to schedule the surgery, and then at my pre-op appointment, they required me to pay everything in full. So yeah. Let's see. So the next question is, how was the process? How do you feel? Do you recommend it? That's a long question.
It's like 3 questions.
Yeah. But that's all together. So the process, so first was call places and set up your consultation. So once you set up your consultation, you get scheduled to, once you set up the consultation and you decide where you're going to do it, you have to go for pre-op. And on pre-op, they just check all your little vitals and everything just to make sure that you're good for surgery. They take your money. And then my nurse gave me a little bag with all the things that I was going to need prior to surgery. So this bag, I saved it for this video. And in that bag, they gave me like some sinus rinse. It's called NeilMed sinus rinse. I honestly didn't use it. I was supposed to, so do what they tell you though. They gave me hydrogen peroxide because if you haven't seen my other videos, go back and look at them. And then they gave me like a nasal decongestant. And then they gave me some like saline spray. They gave me gauze, Q-tips, my contract, and some paper. Oh, and all the like pre-op directions and stuff like that. So you go to your, you want to continue?
Yeah.
So you go to your pre-op appointment and you get all that stuff done, and then you go to surgery. And then you have your surgery, and then you go home and recover. So that's basically the process. I mean, there's more to it, but that's in short. How do you feel? Do you recommend it? I feel great. I will say that I'm already at the point where I don't care. Like, I feel like I didn't even get a nose job. Like, it doesn't even like
Feel different.
It doesn't feel different. I feel like I don't look much different. I feel like he did such a great job to make it look, or to still like preserve the like integrity of my nose. Like, it still stoops down. It's not like super tiny. It doesn't look piggy. Like, literally all he did was just remove the bump. So I'm so glad, blessed, fortunate, thankful that he was able to do that for me, because that's what I wanted. Like, I had told him, like, I just don't want my bump. I don't mind the whole, like, droopiness of it, but I just don't want my bump. He's like, well, I'm not going to be able to remove your bump and then, like, not do anything about the droopiness. Like, I have to lift it up a little bit to compensate for the removal of the dorsal hump.
Fucked up. It's okay. You're not going anywhere after this anyway.
I'm not going nowhere. And then, do you recommend it? Yes. I recommend it if you do your research, if you're ready to recover. It's a week of recovery, and if that's mainly it. I love what the doctor was able to accomplish with me, but it's not going to be like that for everybody. So yeah, I highly recommend it if this is something you've always been wanting to do, because I'm not saying I'm a happier person. I just love that I get to not worry about people asking me questions about my nose or wanting to touch it or getting made fun of it, or like not wanting to take profile pictures because of my nose, or little things like that. Like, that's why I recommend it. So yes, I would highly recommend it. Just do your research. There's like risk complications. Do your research. That's all I can say. How did you feel when you looked at yourself for like the first time, I'm assuming? I was like disappointed.
Yeah, she was definitely disappointed.
I was disappointed.
It was swollen.
But it was so expected. Like, I watched all the videos and just keep going. I watched all the videos and all of them said you're not gonna like it when you look at it, and they were right. If you look at my previous video where I did the review, I was kind of like, cool. I loved the profile because my bump wasn't there. But like my whole like nose, it was like swollen this way. Like the tip was thick. And I was just like, I have to look this way for a little bit. But thankfully, like by the time my husband got back into town, it was already kind of like down. So it wasn't too bad. But now, like, I freaking love it. I love it so much. But yeah, I didn't like it at first. I love it now, but it just comes with it, you know. It's not gonna be perfect because you're gonna be super swollen. And yeah. Let's see. Is it painful? No. I didn't think it was. What was painful is not being able to carry your child if you have a kid, or not being able to like bend over, like do the things that you're used to. So it's like not painful as in like, you know, painful, but it just sucks. It's hard. It's hard because you have to be like bedridden for like a week, but it's necessary in order to recover appropriately. It's just discomfort. Also, it just feels weird. I guess doesn't really answer any questions, but it just feels weird to be all congested and like not being able to shower how you typically do, or not being able
like
to
having to think of the way you have to do things.
Like I had to go feed my dogs and I was like I couldn't bend over, so I had to like squat down and then like pour the food and then things like that. So it's just like, it's not painful, it's just uncomfortable, and then you have to really think of what you're doing in order to make sure that you're not affecting your recovery in any way. Do you want to read another question?
Sure. You.
Wait. Oh, I guess I already answered. Does it hurt like when you woke up after the procedure, and did you breathe with your mouth? Did it hurt right when I woke up? No, I was all drugged out. I don't even remember like waking up and being at the facility. I just remember getting wheeled out. I was in a wheelchair and I was getting wheeled out, and then the nurse helped me to the van, my mom's van, and that was it. And then I took like pictures on Snapchat. I'll put one in here. And then yeah, it didn't hurt at all. I just felt like so groggy. Like I felt like toda pendejada, you know, like, how do you say pendejada? Like all loopy and stupid and like,
I just felt like, you know, I felt like
heavy. And then like I just kept looking at myself. I was so happy. Like right when I got out, I was so happy. I'm like, ooh, I don't see the bump. Here, how do you... Oh, and did you breathe with your mouth? Oh, I need to scratch my new nose. Yes, I had to breathe in through my mouth the first day because I was so congested and there's blood gushing out of my nose. But it was just that first day, like I like got ready for it. I bought like cough drops. I bought a pillow. I might make a video of like essentials, like recovery essentials. I think that'd be good. Like a short little video. So I bought everything I needed to recover, and it made everything easy. So it was just that first day of breathing through my mouth. But the rest of the time, you know, I was able to taste everything because my doctor doesn't pack my nose, which means that they don't like insert those, I don't know, whatever they insert in your nose where they have to like pull them out. He didn't pack my nose. He just put the splint. So yeah, I was able to breathe normally, and it was, I mean, not normally because it was like a little harder than it would usually be, but yeah. I could breathe through my mouth and I could taste food. I wish I wouldn't. Like, I was kind of hoping like, oh, I'm not going to be able to taste food this week. Just fucking eat salad. And you'll look good after. But I ended up gaining weight because my mom came over and she would make me everything I wanted. And because I was recovering, I was like being all chiflada and being like, I want arroz con leche, I want this, I want that, I want pizza, I want wings. So, yeah.
So she got everything she wanted, like always.
Liar. I mean, I am the favorite child, so it just is what it is.
I'm not even denying it. I'm just like, whatever. Okay, so what was it like when they put you to sleep?
Oh, one thing. I thought the whole time before surgery, and he didn't really tell me now that I think about it. Or maybe he did and I just like slept on it. I thought I was going to get put under general anesthesia up until like 10 minutes before my surgery. They were like, nope. You're actually going to be in twilight sedation. I'm like, what is that? And then they were like, oh, well, we just put you to sleep. And if you start to feel anything or if you start to hear anything, just wiggle your finger and I'll put some more medicine in you, and then that's it. But there's not going to be any tubes down your throat. You're just going to fall asleep, and then they'll like numb this area, I guess, after I fall asleep. And they did the surgery. So for me, I thought that was like a blessing in disguise. I know there's a lot of controversy about that because like people have woken up during surgery or they say they felt things, but for me, I didn't feel shit. Like I went to the room. I was already on the bed. Okay. I was on the bed and she's like, okay, we're gonna test it out. We're gonna test out the twilight sedation liquid, I guess. And just to see if you're allergic to it. And I'm like, okay. She's like, it should take 30 seconds to kick in. And I'm like, okay. So she was like, okay, here we go. And then they injected me, I guess, with the sedation. Okay. And I don't remember anything after that. Literally after that, all I remember is waking up on the wheelchair on my way to the van.
I should have been there. I would have recorded some funny shit.
I know. I was like, I should have told mom, like, record me all. Like,
mom wouldn't have done that.
I know. Amiga, no quería que nadie te viera así. No. Whatever. But that would have been so funny for content, you know. I was like,
for the likes.
Okay. So, yeah, they put me to sleep and I didn't remember anything. I don't remember hearing anything. I just remember saying, okay, we're going to test it out. I should kick it in 30 seconds. And then, bam, I was out. Like a light. Sorry, that was not and then, let's see, what's the follow-up? Like, what does it feel like?
Wait, what is what
I
feel
can't
like?
even answer. Like, I guess when they put you to sleep.
Oh.
I can't even answer that because I couldn't feel anything. It felt great, I guess, because I didn't feel anything and I was able to sleep through the whole thing. I didn't have like a tube getting shoved down my throat, because I hear like when you do go under general anesthesia and they like put a tube in your throat, like their throats get all sore and swollen, and yeah. So I don't know what it felt like. The next question is, how did they do it? They stuck an IV in me, and then within the IV, they put that Twilight sedation liquid. Yeah. So the question is, what does it feel like when they put the stuff in? Like, do you get sleepy, or is it more like wide awake to instantly out? It's more like wide awake and then you're out. Okay. When will you be able to see the result? So I'm guessing final results, it takes a year to see the full results.
I mean, yeah, open and look up. Okay.
So like y'all know, like when I got my splint removed, which was 8 days after surgery, I didn't like it. That was not the final result. But the profile result was awesome. But now I went to my post-op appointment, my first month post-op appointment, and he said I'm about 80% down. But the whole 100 would take up to a year. And I know my nurse who got her nose job with him. It's been 2 years since her surgery, and she says she still feels like every year it goes down a little bit. But who knows? Everyone's different. Some people get like, their faces get super duper swollen. And I feel like I didn't get swollen that bad, right?
Well, I didn't see you that much.
Yeah, but like if you see my like recovery videos, like there's some people that like their eyes get like this and their faces all purple, and but everyone's different. Everyone's body is gonna react differently. How do you feel about your new nose? I love it. I like my new nose. It's not, like I said, I don't feel like I got it. I think what I didn't like about it is because I knew everyone was gonna stare at me like when they saw me for the first time. So it's getting used to everybody staring at me and being like, and then people even like her, she'd be like, I can't stop staring at your nose. Like,
that is not true.
You told me.
When did I tell you that?
When I went to your job last week. You're like, I'm sorry, I can't stop staring at your nose.
Where did I say that?
Yeah, you said that.
Really bad
so it's just like getting used to, so like people staring at me. So literally anytime I would see someone new, I would be like this, like stop. I'd be like, do you like my new nose? What do you think?
So they could say
So just get it out of the way, because I didn't want people to be like, and like keep their thoughts to themselves. So I just wanted everybody to tell me, it looks so good. So yeah, I feel great about my new nose. Have you gotten used to it? Yes, I got used to it. I want to say like maybe a month after. The first month, like even like after the split removal, it kind of just sucks. I always had to carry like Q-tips with me because my nose would like drip, but it got better.
This is a pretty good concealer.
Yeah, I like it. So good. Which one is that one? The sand one? Like that type.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've gotten pretty used to it. I don't even think about it. Like I said, it's not something that's constantly on my mind anymore. I forgot about it. And like, I don't know, I guess that's a great thing. Like I don't have to, I don't go out in public anymore and think like, these people are staring at my nose, or like, I don't know. Like, I guess I love that just peace of not having to answer anyone's questions. And then, yeah, that's it. Another question I got that I forgot to write down on here is, how did your husband feel about it? Or how did your husband react? He didn't say anything. Like,
you didn't even notice?
He didn't, not that he didn't even, I don't know. Like, I guess he just was, like, I saw him for the first time. He was like, hey, like, nice to see you. It's nothing like, yeah, so he didn't react any differently. Like he was just like, cool, that's your new nose, I don't care. I think it was more of a like, I love you the way you are, and whatever makes you happy is gonna make me happy. So any pain when you sneeze, I sneezed once and yes, there was pain. I guess that's the only time that there was like a little because like I sneezed and then like literally one of my like sutures, it felt like it.
So now that you got your first, this is considered plastic surgery, right?
Yeah.
Are you considering getting other work done? That's a good question.
Well, you gotta put me out there like that. That is a good question. Yes. Not because like of this surgery. I was gonna get it even if I didn't have this. I told my husband, and I've been telling my husband like
And
after
everybody.
I've been telling everybody after like my 4th child, I want to get like a boob job or like a lift and a job. I want like small boobs. I don't want like big ass titties, you know. I want like small perky boobs, like cute ones that I don't have to wear a bra with, you know. Because after kids and breastfeeding for like over a year and a half, girl, let me tell you, they're disgusting things. They're like just 2 bags that flop. At least for me, and I feel like for my sister. Emily did that bitch.
Yeah.
But she didn't breastfeed for that long. She had the prettiest boobs too. Like I got stretch marks on my boobs, and I got. It's just not pretty, okay? It's not
as cute as it used to be.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And you know what? The thing is that I tell myself all this, and you see it all the time. Guys don't give a fuck, honestly.
They don't.
They see something with boobs and ass, and they
it's
go
like,
for it.
Let me touch your squishy ass titties. It doesn't matter. Like I just want them.
But you should edit out that video.
Whatever. I don't care. It's just what it is. So that's all I want. That's the only other plastic surgery thing I would like to get, but we'll see. We'll have to see, because like I really like the size that they're at now. Like right after I had the baby, I was like a triple D, and like before I had the baby, I was like a triple D, and Adrian was like so in love with my 3rd trimester boobs, but they ain't that no more. It's like big balloons, and then you deflate them, and they're like. So this is the reality of it, guys. Alright guys, this is the final look. What do y'all think? They always go like this and put it in slow-mo. I will see y'all in another video. Bye. I don't know what to say. I didn't really think of an intro.
I should have just fucking worn my contacts.
You look beautiful with your glasses.
I know, we can see all the lights. Okay, who cares? Andela, you're gonna start?
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
This is so weird.
It's so
we're always like, hey guys, we're gonna do a
How
YouTube
are
channel, and no, this is weird.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel.
Okay,
Let me start this over.
Start over.